So, Stanz, you've been seeing probably... Actually, okay, I shouldn't assume that you've seen things, so I'm...
Yeah, in fact, everyone... Did you see the comments on the Good Mythical Morning where it's like, I think Stanz pretends not to know these things? I saw that, and I feel like I laughed for 10 minutes. Hey, what is this even about? Because last time it was North Korean internment camps.
This is a much lighter topic. We're not going to be talking about bad autistic representation. We're not going to be talking about North Korea.
Yeah, we've been skirting the line recently, and I want to go into something that everyone is comfortable laughing at.
This is definitely something you're comfortable laughing at. Enjoy this TikTok, and then I'll tell you what we're talking about.
Okay.
I please my man in every way. All the ways. Wake him up, he gets to nut. Before he leaves out the door, he's leaving empty nuts. At work,
I like to think that her man just has like grocery bags just completely empty flopping around down there in the wind. I don't think it actually works like that, but I 6 times? I guess I've never, I don't know if I've ever even gone that. Maybe when I was in like junior high.
When he gets home, he's getting fed. He is getting another nut and one before bed, or 2 if he's lucky.
I like to imagine that the boyfriend's like, no, please, I don't want a nut again. And she's like, it's time. He slams open the door.
It's gotta be pure dust at that point. It's crazy. The funniest part of this is it's a fake podcast.
What?
Not only does she not have a podcast and that she set this up to make it seem like she has a podcast, she's not even using the mic correctly. You're supposed to talk into the end of that particular mic, not the side. So that's not being picked up. And you can tell the audio quality is definitely not coming from that mic.
Right, it's coming from like a laptop or something. Wait, so is this sketch comedy? Am I getting debated?
This is actually like Omega Brain. She has an OnlyFans, and this was used to promote her OnlyFans because she's talking about making sure a guy nuts all the time.
Right. So she's not talking to anyone. She's just there's no other half of this interview.
There is no
if you look up full interview.
Borrowed someone else's podcast setup just to film this one thing, not use the mics correctly, pretend she's talking to someone. Because when you do things like that, it makes it seem like you are way more knowledgeable and that the thing you're talking about makes sense, so people are more likely to listen.
Right. Or that you're famous enough to be a guest on a podcast, which maybe nowadays isn't like as much, but in the day, that was something. Right?
I also saw another insane clip. So this was a tweet that I saw today that is another fake podcast, but this time run by Disney.
What? One of the weirdest Disney marketing things I've come across is this weird fake podcast where they've held these 3 women hostage to basically pretend to be normal fans who are not working for the company as they rigidly read extremely scripted ad copy to us.
You arrive at the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, you'll be greeted by cast members. And the cast members make the experience so easy. So they welcome...
I mean, she's reading off a teleprompter, right? We can all see it. Let me move my camera. I've seen this face. That's teleprompter face. I'm going to start at the beginning just so you can see it. And look at how, no matter where you click, she's looking at the exact same spot. That's where the words are.
And they give you your data band. Okay. This will allow you access to...
Wait, where is she looking? Is this
she's
real?
Looking right past it. No, she's looking right past it. In that corner, past the pipes, there's definitely got to be a teleprompter.
Oh, but she looked like she was looking straight.
And in my opinion, this is when the adventure really begins. So when you arrive...
In my opinion, this is when the adventure really begins.
Really begins. So true. And you can tell how genuine she is by the way that her cadence is and how she sounds.
So they post this on their channel. They have disclaimers saying they were compensated for it. Yeah, you're right. So they are using the podcast motif, the podcast look and feel to make people think it's more real. That's crazy.
Do you remember when like all the AI stuff was happening and people were...
Do I remember? It's fucking every day. I feel like I can't go 2 steps without someone jerking off AI.
People were using Joe Rogan's AI voice to promote like random supplements and make it seem like he was saying it.
Well, the funny thing is that's him actually promoting the supplements, but he was pretending it was AI.
Well, people have done a step up to that, and in this fake podcast thing, this guy made it seem like he was on Joe Rogan's podcast talking about his brand.
Oh.
So he just put the red curtain behind him and pretended he was on the podcast.
16 hours straight of eating nothing but fats and meats and never eating carbs. Carbs actually regulate your metabolism.
Holy shit. Tell me that I didn't see what I just thought I saw. Because I really hope that I didn't see someone pretending to be on a
I feel like this guy should have practiced the lines. The pacing is a little off on the stitch.
to be
So yeah,
on the
no
Joe
one likes this
Rogan
guy,
podcast.
it seems. This
Oh, I
V-Shred
used to
guy,
think you were
not
full of
the
shit. Now
person
you're
we're
just a
listening to.
cartoon.
Okay, so they all know him. They're saying like, oh, we hated V-Shred, but now we saw this and we really hate V-Shred. That's what's going on.
He's the guy. He looks ripped, and he holds a pizza and a salad, a pizza in one hand, salad in the other, and he goes like, "Which one do you think I've been eating?" And then he goes, "That's right, the pizza."
I've
And then
never seen that in my entire life, and it sounds so funny.
Lots of people have been doing fake podcasts, using it for their own gain or just using it to meme around. And we're going to look at some of the funny memes that people have used off the back of this.
Okay, let's do it. So is this is a fake podcast? Or this is a
This
skit?
is a fake podcast, but like as a skit.
Okay, got it. I love that. They're making fun of it. They're subverting.
For a year, do you know how much money you'd have? Roughly $30,000.
If you're 25 and you and your friends don't meet up to day trade, how are you expecting to be a millionaire in your 20s?
If you go to a restaurant and you're like, oh, what am I going to eat for dinner? Like, that's the wrong mindset. You should be thinking, how can I buy this restaurant?
I'll see something like this, and I'm like, oh, that's so funny. They're making fun of it. And then I'll see it on LSF, and it's like, I can't believe these people actually think this thing. And it ends up being true. It's like the
Yeah,
one
it
where there's
is
like
fucked.
19 guys at a table, like some weird board meeting, and then they'll have two like OnlyFans models, and they'll be like, women are pieces of shit, huh? And they'll be like filing their fingers, going like, yeah, I think so. And then they'll go, got him. It's so fucking weird. I don't get it.
I'm at the point where if someone came up to me and said, if you slap your mom, I'll give you $15 million.
Yeah.
I'd slap my mom, but I would not accept the $15 million because to be honest, that job experience is invaluable on my resume.
They say, oh, I'm
It's I mean, that's everyone's seen the like, hey, $1 million or dinner with Jay-Z or whatever it is, or that stupid ass Donald Trump Elon Musk one. And it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you guys smoking? No, it's not valuable at all. Why do we have this weird cult of personality around these people? I'll take $1 million over anything from Mr. Beast or Ludwig.
buy little greenhouses, maybe a red hotel.
And instead of being innovative and building their passive income, people are worried about going to jail. Really easy to not go to jail. Just roll
It's
doubles
really
and
easy
you're
not
done.
to
In life, you need to know who you are. Like, are you an iron? Are you a
Just
race
get out
car?
of
Are you
jail
like a
free
fish?
Is it gonna get further and further into Monopoly? Because this is fucking beautiful sketch comedy.
It's amazing.
Money movement mindset.
Yeah, I always thought the last bit was going to be like, you just pass go. Like, it's simple.
Yeah,
Why
just
are people
pass go,
struggling?
Omegalol, $200,
Yeah.
Omegalol. Yeah. I what makes me feel bad is that there's I know that this is a caricature, but there's people that are 90% of this. And that's what freaks me out, man.
This guy posted this a while ago. This guy's so funny. He basically does every man with a podcast. He does like 17 of these videos. It's very good.
Can I blow your mind real quick? Okay. Who named the Earth the Earth? Let that sink in. Chris is walking out because we've been talking about this all week. Who named the Earth the Earth? I mean, really think about it. So every nation, regardless of language, for all of human history, has called the planet the same thing. How could they independently...
This actually makes me feel bad about not only listening to podcasts in general, but streaming on Twitch. Like the fact that I say things and someone out there either thinks or knows that I am this. You know what I mean? I've said some goofy shit, but it's
I don't stand. You're not letting it sink in. I don't think you've. I'm
no,
I'm
it's
halfway
sunk
through
too deep.
listening.
It's sunk so deep right now is what I'm saying.
If you're in North Africa, you call it the Earth. If you're in South America, you call it the Earth. Even before cell
Write that
phones
down.
were invented, even before boats were invented.
Before cell phones,
you
North
have
America
two
and
completely
South.
different places.
What was it?
Separated by
North
an ocean,
Africa,
calling
South
it the
America.
Earth. This is the part that's going to blow your mind.
Oh no.
What do North Africa and South America have in common? Pyramids.
The pyramids. It all makes sense now. Holy shit, dude! It's the pyramids. Aliens, Stanz. I don't know if you
no,
understand.
I get
Aliens.
it. It all makes sense. Man, the kind
Aliens
of
making
recommended
the Earth,
TikToks
the
we get
Earth.
after watching these is
Oh,
a look.
Jesus.
It's a
Yes.
look.
This guy did it as though it's like a level up of a podcast. It's
Mm-hmm.
like he's on stage doing a talk, but there's
Oh,
also
he's
a
like doing a
podcast
TED talk, but it's not real.
vibe.
Yeah.
So she said to me, "Sir, you owe us."
Oh my god, he even did the audio, so it sounds like it's like echoing
It's
through an
great.
auditorium.
Yeah, it's really
Oh,
well done.
high effort fakery.
So she said to me, "Sir, you owe us $500." And I said, "I don't pay full price for anything." She said, "Sir, this is a
music.
hospital. We don't
Linkin Park.
negotiate our prices." So I said, "Yeah, this is a hospital, a place where people come to get fixed. Remind me, what exactly did you fix?"
Oh
hesitated.
shit, he's got
Your
that.
wife. You owe us for... For what? Spit it out, Toots. She said, the abortion. You owe us for the abortion. So let me get this straight. You want me to pay you for killing my only son?
Based.
Oh, that's very funny. Yeah, you killed my only son is very funny.
Oh yeah, this one's really, really good.
So not only is this a fake podcast, they're also doing Subway Surfers to make it look like someone else has taken what is a good moment from a podcast and re-uploaded it with Subway Surfers to keep your attention.
Jenna Ortega, I don't like her.
I wonder why.
She was rude to the Wednesday writing staff.
Don't you think that a woman of color should be ruder to the writing staff?
Wait, I'm sorry, stop. The Subway Surfer got hit.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Hey, what if I just drank this whole bottle of ketchup?
And like,
Yeah, maybe I was too hard on Jenna Ortega.
Oh
you're
no!
being way too tough on her.
Family Guy. We got Family Guy at the end. That's okay. Make sure it's okay.
Very
Family
nice,
Guy.
very nice.
We're going back to the OG dog, the one and only Mark.
Okay.
So the word dinosaur comes from... Chris is leaving because we've been fighting.
Like it's the
Classic
same joke.
Chris.
Chris leaving,
this
yeah.
all day. So the word dinosaur comes from two Greek words, okay? Deinos, which means terrible, and sauros, which means lizard. Okay? Now, dinosaurs lived hundreds of millions of years ago, apparently.
Apparently.
And the Greek language is only 5,000 years old. Let that sink
in.
So either there were Greek people around 100 million years ago, or...
That's insane.
Or there were dinosaurs 5,000 years ago. And you can look this up. If you want to go down this rabbit hole with me, you start to ask questions like, well, how did they build the pyramids?
No.
How did they move giant rocks through the desert? Well, what could pull a giant rock through the desert?
Fucking
Have
dinosaurs.
I
dude. How
told you the
crazy is
story that I almost got? What do they call it? Like 5,000-year-old earthered. When I was a kid, I used to go to church with my mom every other Sunday. My parents were divorced. And I was also a member of the youth group. And I think I must have been like 9 years old maybe at this point. And we went to another church for some kind of like presentation or something. And it was 2 hours straight of exactly what you just watched. You fucking tribes in the Amazon talk to dinosaurs. Here's a recording and it would play like... And it'd be like, that was a fucking dinosaur on recording. How could we get a dinosaur on recording if they weren't around as recently as 100 years ago? Here's a fucking
church.
Yeah, it was a weird fucking
How is that even slightly religious?
Oh, because people believe that God created the earth 2,000 years ago or whatever, you know? And I remember as a 9-year-old looking around being like, these people are fucking idiots.
Well, I've just seen a TikTok, Stanz. I don't know if you've seen it. It was just about how dinosaurs were named. It's like a Greek name, and the Greeks aren't that old.
Dino.
So
and Soros. The way I
I'm
love the accent.
pretty sure they did something with the pyramids. You should watch the TikTok.
Yeah. I was listening to my favorite podcast recently, and honestly, you should check it out. It's gonna blow your mind. It would suck to like blow up on TikTok, but you're getting typecast into having to do every dude with a podcast only. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to make art. I'd like to dance. And it's like, no, do your thing, podcast boy.
Who buried the dinosaurs?
Oh, no.
Because we only find dinosaur skeletons buried in the ground. But when you see the remains of an elephant, the bones are just sitting there on top of the earth, not buried underneath it. Okay, so let that sink in. As far as we know, and you can look
The
this
glass
up,
is coming off.
human beings are
can
the
look this
only
up.
species that have burial rituals for their deceased. So who buried the dinosaur?
Who buried the dinosaurs?
Chris is leaving because I've been going on about this all morning.
Oh, Chris.
There's really only two options. One, dinosaurs are far more intelligent than we previously thought and were capable
can't
of
be
empathy
possible.
and
of
required
course not.
closure. Or,
So what is it?
and this is the theory that's out there right now, there was a, let's just call it, race of beings who were larger than dinosaurs that felt the need to give them a proper burial.
Wow.
That's the only two options, right? No, it makes sense, actually, now that I've watched this.
And on that note...
Wow, fake podcasts are everywhere. They're taking over, chat. You can't tell what's real and what's not real. It could even be on Joe Rogan and it would be a fake thing. It could even give you great advice about money or women or dinosaurs. Who knows? And here's the crazy thing. You laugh at a couple of these and all of a sudden you're watching Matt Walsh talk about what is and isn't a woman. And it's really
my
fucking
God.
weird. Thanks for watching.